Well, hi everybody. Welcome to a preview of the new Moodle Gradebook. This is currently under development by a consortium of CSU sites, including Humboldt. While we are logging in, I'd like to explain what we're doing. We all know that campus surveys have shown gradebook issues are right there at the top of the list of faculty concerns. Well, this is a preview of some of the new features we hope are going to be in place for fall of 2011. Now, this will be determined by when the code is actually released by San Francisco, who's hosting the project. But it would be wrong of me to have things change without letting you know that this change for the better is coming. And that's why I wanted to get this to you as soon as we had a copy to share. I mean, really, who wants to come back from summer break to a surprise? So you're invited to visit the Moodle group in our Moodle support section of our web page and add your thoughts and comments to this discussion as you have an opportunity to look at the updates. We'll also be putting updates there. To help you, by the way, we at Moodle are already updating the quick guides and videos, and we'll be providing some extra classes before fall session begins to help you prepare for these long-awaited and much requested changes. And what's nice, it's a lot clearer, it's more intuitive, and there's a lot less confusion, which means less to worry about. And one final good point, our own ITS team is going to be working to keep that customization we've already done locally so things will be as familiar as possible. Okay, with that said, here we are at the front page. Now this is their site that they are using for testing. Let's come to the left-hand column and choose the teacher preview role. I'm going to click on that. Doesn't look all that different. This is how they format their graphics. So we're going to come to the left-hand column and choose Grades in the Administration section. Give it a click. And here's where the changes take place. First of all, notice that the course total is here on the left-hand side, right next to the student's name. Notice that there's an awful lot less to play with. They've removed a ton of clutter. Let's come to the upper left-hand part and select Advanced Options. Here's where you can choose how many users per page we have. We can look at different views. For example, we can look at a student view. We can look at an item view, which would be this assignment or that assignment, or using the drop-down on category, look at quiz or assignments and see the work that's done in that specific area. We can also filter by first name and last name and select the number of pages that we have. Let's come to the top. We have the View tab. That's where we're looking at currently. Let's come over to the Settings. And when we choose Settings, here is where our categories and items information is, and this is a much smaller screen. Now if we look at the drop down in the very top box, they only have two items, weighted and sum. We'll continue to have all three items here at Humboldt. The category and add grade item buttons are at the top instead of at the bottom, and at the bottom is still where you save changes and move items around. Now some of you power users might recognize we're missing a few items here on the big page, so let's go to assignment 1 by choosing assignment 1 and then coming over and choosing the edit button in the action column. Give it a click. The assignment will show up, and in the upper right hand corner let's choose Show Advanced. When we do that, those missing items, specifically the multiplicator and the offset, are now available for you to use. The logic being, if you're going to create an assignment with a multiplicator value, do it all at the very same time. And notice at the very bottom where it says parent category, we do have an item weight. Generally we're going to leave this alone. That's another topic for another time. I'm going to save my changes, head on back to my class. Importing, give it a click. Much cleaner. You simply browse to the file. It's expecting a comma separated value file. Exporting, comma separated or Excel spreadsheet are your choices. The XML option is gone. I'm going to select the View tab again at the very top of the page, and notice you can scroll up and down on your list of students, and at the very bottom in beige we notice we have both a range and an average of the grades. So some of that heavy lifting is done for you. Let's come to the upper left-hand corner, go back to our main page, the 101 teacher page. And there's one other thing I want to show you. Here in topic area 1, I'm going to turn on my editing. I'm going to use my add an activity and choose to upload a single file. This is the other big change in the code, the summary box. We still have the assignment name, the grades, the dates, the file sizes. That's all the same. It does encourage you here at the bottom right of the summary box to use Control-V to paste. And look at all the little WYSIWYG toys that you now have. Things are much clearer. And when you import copy from Word into the text area in your summary box, there's a new utility, the name of which escapes me, but it's much more robust in cleaning out all of that extra code that could be so confusing and so disruptive when you try to post some information. Let's go back to the main page. Let's pop into grades one more time. The very last thing I want to show you in the upper right hand corner, I can't tell you how many times people have asked me for this, a printable view. You can actually print out the gradebook. Okay, there's lots more to see. Please come back. We'll be putting up new information as soon as it becomes available, and we'll be publishing things on the Faculty Moodle Users Guide and the Moodle Users Group section to keep you informed. As always, if you have a question, give us a call at 3633 because, what do I always say? We're here to help.